welcome, David. Welcome to the OMSC Roundtable. It's a new media series under the Overseas Ministry Study Center, where we highlight scholars and students of world Christianity and mission studies. And it's a real big pleasure to have you join us today for the OMSC Roundtable.
Thank you for having me. I'm so honored to be here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for making the time today. We want to start off this conversation on the roundtable and getting to know more of you, David. So one of the first questions I like to ask is, can you share about your academic training, specifically about your master's, starting from your master's degree and to current, or where you're doing your doctoral studies at, and what field you are studying in? Do you mind sharing?
Yeah, sure. Yes. So I think all my academic training shaped the way I see my field right now. So I did my bachelor in psychology. So it shaped the way I will really look onto the human experience of things and how that shaped the way they see the religions in their life. And then I took, so I did my MDiv at the Southeast Asia Bible Seminary in Indonesia. And after work, I'm in the mission department there, in the mission network. I came to the United States to do a graduate certificate in interreligious studies, and especially in Christian-Muslim dialogue and relations at Hartford Seminary. Now it is Hartford International University for Religion and Peace. After I did my program there at Hartford, I went to Gordon Conwell. When I went there, I want to study mission studies, but then I also get to know about global Christianity. So I did my THM there. I just fall in love with global Christianity or world Christianity. So I try to pursue my doctoral study in world Christianity, and now I'm in the program of world Christianity studies. I'm in a Ph.D. program at Baylor University under the religion department.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great to know. Do you mind sharing some of the courses that you have learned at Baylor within the program that you are in, or maybe even some experiences serving as a teaching assistant within Baylor context?
I think I want to share about my course that I took when I in the coursework stage for the program. I came to Baylor with the understanding, I want to do, because I'm from Indonesia, I want to study about Asian Christianity. But they don't have, in the religion department, they don't offer Christianity in Asia. They only offer Christianity in Africa and Latin America. So then I took the Christianity in Africa, but I was I'm questioning myself, what will I learn from this? Because my concern is about Christianity in Asia. Why should I take a course in Christianity in Africa? But to my surprise, I was wrong. When I studied Christianity in Africa, I saw so many recurrent, similar, parallel themes that I find in my own context. I thought, Africa has nothing to do with my experience as Christian in Asia, but it's wrong. Especially, and also that's the reason I found my research project for my dissertations. When I learned about the African prophets, about how these leader of African Christianity, they decide to be independent. They express Christianity in their own ways. I found that the similarities, and they come actually from the same age or time frame with a person in Java, and we name him by the name of Kiai Sadrach. So my learning, when I took that course in Christianity in Africa, it was the time when I decided I want to study and do my dissertation on Sadrach, because I saw the connections there between Sadrach and the African prophets in Africa.
It's really fascinating how different contexts leads you to study another context, and how you find similarities.
What I find is when when I learn Christianity in different locations and different cultural background, what I see actually almost it is the same Christianity, but expressed in different way.
Yeah.
So I find it is not about the expressions, but the Christianity is, what is Christianity? So when I learn about Christianity in other contexts, I learn about Christianity in my own context. It's more like a mirror.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of what we do here in World Christianity.
Yeah.
That
Indeed.
we get to not only learn about others, but we also learn more about our own faith. Right?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
well, thank you for that. As you pursued your doctoral degree, I'm sure there were many opportunities to publish your own works, and I'm curious if you can share any recent or upcoming journal publications or edited volumes that you are hope to soon publish.
Yeah, of course. So I wrote up an articles and it will be published this year or next year. It's already in the final stage.
Yeah.
It will be published in edited volume, and I think the title is Five Distinctives of World Christianity. So in my articles, I speak more about. I talk more about the concept of translatability, which is one of the foundational principle in world Christianity studies. And what I see from my study of this field, when we talk about translatability, we usually talk about when people in non-European contexts learn about the gospel of Christian teaching, then they convert it to Christianity and express that Christianity in different form. We call that as translatability. That Christian teaching can be translated in different cultural background and different cultural background and even context or political context. What I see, what is lack from that is sometimes when people engage with Christianity, at the end, sometimes they just decided not to convert it, not to convert to Christianity, but to even Christianity might help them to strengthen their own faith. And in my articles, my research for that articles is about Kartini, and she is a Muslim, Javanese Muslim princess in Java. So,
do you remember what time period she was during?
At the end of the 19th century.
19th century.
So she at the time she was questioning her own faith in Islam, and she engaged in correspondence with several Dutch prominent figure. One of them was a Christian, I will say, activist. So this figure introduced her to the concept of the Father of love, to call God in Christianity, to call God as the Father of love. What Christianity found from that concept, instead of drawing her to Christian
God,
but she learned that and applied that concept, the Father of love, to Allah, and she gained her own convictions to keep and live out her faith in Islam. And what is also interesting with that, she then used that concept to point out the problem of Christian mission at the time, where some missionaries at the time in Java, they use medical service and educational service, like through school, as a way of a kind of hidden evangelizations, hidden Christian propaganda. It's just like to cover it in more like social service, but the main thing, my main goal is to convert people to Christianity. And she pointed out that there's a problem with that. If God is a God, the Father of love for all people, so why don't you help people to have better educations, have good, get a medical service without, sneakingly, like to converted them to Christianity.
Yeah, with
And
that
I think
agenda.
yes, and I think it is an honest question
Yeah.
and challenge that Christians should address, because I think there's also a problem in our, if we keep doing that, there's a problem in ethical problem in our understanding of the gospel itself. It's faking, like there's a fake or hidden intention that I think she pointed out the important question that we need to address.
Good. I'm really excited that it's gonna be published soon. I look forward to reading more of.
Thank you.
Of the princess, and it's a different take on that translatability principle. In which Lamin San and Andrew Walls.
Yes, I try to expand the
the
border of translatability.
Of course, and that's the joys of doing academia.
Yes.
So, Well, aside from that publication project, I know that you're working on your dissertation now, and I'm sure our viewers and our listeners are curious what you are currently working on for your doctorate dissertation, what kind of methodology you employ, what is the main topic of your dissertation?
Well, as you know, dissertation is has so many things. So I will very brief and highlight some important points. So my dissertation is about Kiai Sadrach Pranoto. It's a indigenous evangelist in Java. In the past, many Dutch Reformed missionaries consider Sadrach as heretics, as false teacher, and so they blame him and consider him as non-Christians and a false teacher. So that's the end of the story at the time. And then, but further generations of Sadrach's church, they consider Sadrach as Sadrach was Christians from the very beginning. The mistake was because the Dutch misinterpret Sadrach. So there's two, at least, academic works on Sadrach before, but it is written in around 1998 and early that. And what I'm trying to do is to use world Christianity perspective to revisit the stories. What I found, using the world Christianity perspective, one of the principle is biographical, that Christianity is so. The way people express Christianity is informed by their own biographical experience.
Of course,
built on the previous work in my dissertations. Instead of not only highlighting Sadrach, tracing Sadrach background and formations, who is previously Muslim Santri is a Muslim students, but also to trace the background of the missionary who claimed Sadrach as non-Christians. I think that is my contributions to the field, to see that when we talk about Sadrach, we are not talking only to tracing Sadrach background, but also this missionary, because my claim was this missionary was seeking for an answer that even Sadrach and the Javanese congregation was not even asking the question. So there's not just misinterpretations, but there's but they were seeking in the same different things. I think that's my contributions in my dissertations, and I'm still working on.
I'm excited to hear that, and looking forward to what comes, hopefully, as a book publication. Then
hopefully,
we get to learn more about your work and about Sadrach, and also Sadrach's counterpart, as you mentioned. So, looking forward to reading more of your work.
Thank you.
Now, in thinking about this field of world Christianity, I know there might be different challenges, different obstacles that you might have encountered as a doctoral student currently in the field of world Christianity. And to kind of spotlight, what we can further develop later on down the road, or even sooner. I'm curious to know, what are some of the challenges or obstacles that you faced as a doctoral student of world Christianity while conducting your own research?
So one of the perhaps the challenge that I have is to, when I describe or I describe myself as I'm studying world Christianity. People usually ask, what is world Christianity?
Right.
Some people assume this as a different form or different name for Christian missions.
Yeah.
And for some, it is a good thing because they really support Christian missions. But for some other who associate missions as different form of colonizations,
Yeah.
they consider they just dismiss world Christianity as it is not worth it to study because it just try to based on Christian expansion,
Yeah.
to all over the world, and that is what I think that is not world Christianity. On the other side, too, sometimes I meet people like when I describe what kind of work that I'm doing in world Christianity, people will ask, so are those people in your research Christians? So as if I was, my research is to support non-Christian or syncretism, whatever, just to include everyone into Christianity. And that is also not a project of world Christianity. What Christianity tries to do is first to incorporate, acknowledge the diverse expression of Christianity. And sometimes we just dismiss them just because people express Christianity differently from the way we express Christianity. And there's a problem with that. We dismiss the chance or opportunity for us to learn how Christianity expressed in different way all over the world. Then I think that is the main concern and goal of world Christianity. And people still, some people that I met in my life, they have a different assumptions.
And I think what I'm hearing from your answer is that it's kind of our homework as future
Yes.
scholars of world Christianity, kind of to explain and to really put out there about what world Christianity is, or what it can be, or what it has grown into. Because as you know, world Christianity, what I always like to put it, is an emerging field. We've been emerging ever since I don't know how many years ago. We keep on emerging. But I think for us to grow the field, scholars, future scholars like you and I, we need to keep publishing, get the word out what world Christianity is. So I think, in a way that also addresses, what should be discussed more in our field, and in terms of, what world Christianity is, and I don't know if you've also felt this, that, oftentimes we feel like there's also at times limitations to the methodology that is provided. I don't know if have you always felt like you were so comfortable in approaching history, or have you also entertained the idea of using different methods as you conduct your research?
So again, because it's interdisciplinary, sometimes we tackle, we handle our studies from different methodology and from different angle. I think that's just fine. What is I think one of the other things that we need to think more and promote more is the basic idea it's more not just basic idea, but also the initial intentions of the emerging of this field of studies. And most of the pioneers of world Christianity perceive this academic endeavor as a corrective to the grand narrative, to the Eurocentric grand narrative of history of Christianity. And what I found so far, sometimes through publications, but also in the way that the hiring institutions that hire scholar of world Christianity, many people think world Christianity treat world Christianity as kind of attachment or appendix to the old narrative of Christianity. So usually they have the Christianity 1, Christianity 2, and then world Christianity. So I think it is contradictions to what the pioneers of world Christianity was trying to do. They want to include the global voices, the non-Western, non-European voices into the core of the narrative, not just as attachments or additional informations through the grand narrative of the history of Christianity. I think we still need to work hard on that. We need to listen to the global voice from the beginning.
And especially from the global south, where we all come from. Like we want to highlight for those in the global north that Christianity is not just what we can fit in the box, but there's also different expressions as well.
Right. Yes. From the beginning of the history of Christianity.
Of course. Yeah. But it's good. Thank you so much, David. It's been a pleasure learning more about your own work, your journey, and your thoughts about our field and its stats, how we should evolve or how we should continue to grow as a field. One of the last questions that I like to ask my guest, and I previously did not mention this to you. Please don't be too nervous. One of the questions I ask is, can you fill the rest of the sentence? And the first part of that sentence is, world Christianity is, and then in your own words, just what comes to mind. No paragraph. Just a simple one-liner, two-liner. For you, David, and just you. You don't have to reach out for other scholars have taught. David, world Christianity is?
So world Christianity is a collaborative endeavor of us to include the global voices and expression of Christianity, to celebrate the diversity of Christian expressions and articulations in all over the place.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, David. I really like that.
Thank you.
But again, thank you so much for joining us on the OMSC Roundtable. And we look forward to your work and many blessings to you, David.
Thank you again. Thank you for having me. I have such a wonderful time to share with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.